I think the progress that has been made by Russia is absolutely magnificent. We see it in our business, we see it in household disposable income, we see it in the growth of the middle class. People don't understand how fundamentally changed Russia is. However, and we're working on this within the Foreign Investment Advisory Council, also my work with the U.S.-Russia Business Council, we need to help Russia project itself in a different way, but I will make one final point. Russia needs to help itself. And I think that if there has been one failure in terms of Russian business, in terms of Russian government, is that they have not always been able to put the right face to the world, and therefore they have been looked at through negative eyes, and that is work in progress, work to be done, shared by those who are invested in a major way as foreign companies in Russia, but also by Russia itself. Otherwise, the illiberalism that Minister Greff talked about will, I'm afraid, prevail.
The Russian state is conducting the policy of the open economy. I can mention more. Actually, there's more IPOs in the agenda for this year for such state-owned companies like Russian energy or electrical power monopolist, RAO-ES, and so on and so forth. So definitely Russian government is conducting the policy of the open economy, thus inviting foreign investment to participate in what used to be or still are very important or strategically important state-owned companies.
I think the question that is on everyone's mind out here is basically, is Russia reliable? At the end of the day, the investors that are there squarely feel that the country is very, very reliable. We've done survey work, the FIAC, as it's called, and the Russian government of today's investors. Overwhelmingly, the investors are seeing greater growth in both top line and bottom line than they expected, greater growth than they're experiencing in many other emerging markets, and overwhelmingly, these companies plan to invest more. Having said that, they also say there are continuing problems in corruption, in administrative reform, and what we take a lot of comfort in is the government is not hiding from these issues. The government is, in fact, taking the results of work yet to be done, sharing it publicly.
While in areas like energy and a couple of other strategic areas, the Russian state is playing and will play a large role, the key is if other parts of the economy are allowed to flourish, as happened a little bit in Japan and South Korea especially, and even in Taiwan, Russia's future is great because it does have a tradition in math, sciences, engineering, and if those intellectual resources are free and allowed to flourish, Russia will become a mighty economy in the global economy. And that was the vision of our original editor, Paul Klebnikov. He saw these forces rising up. So don't just focus on oil and energy, which gets the headlines. There's a whole lot of other things going on, and that's what we've been trying to write about in the magazine.